Hey guys, welcome back, or if you're new, welcome. I hope you decide to stick around. My name is Kyrielle and today we are discussing a very exciting brand new complexion launch from Urban Decay, and that is the Stay Naked Hydromaniac Tinted Glow Hydrator. As soon as I saw this name, I was like, I need it, I want to try it. So in this video I'm going to provide swatches so you can see some shade comparisons to other foundations I have in my collection. I'm going to be showing you how it applies with 2 different mediums, and I'm going to be doing a full day wear test. You guys get up close and personal with my pores so you can see exactly how this wears. For reference, I have combo oily skin and I'm very fair. So if that sounds interesting to you and you're intrigued, all you need to do is keep on watching. So this is what the box looks like. It's very pretty. I love the aesthetic. And then this is what the actual bottle looks like. And it's also a squeezy tube, which I quite like. And I've noticed a lot of brands are kind of verging towards this kind of packaging recently rather than a pump, you know? So let's get on to the details and the claims of this foundation. So it retails for £29. I actually got it discounted. I think I got it for like 24 or something. If I could find the discount code, I'll put it down below for you guys. This only comes in 12 shades, which is not a lot. I picked up the shade 10 Ultra Fair, which is the lightest in their range. You'll see how the shade works when we go through the application and everything. Even though it isn't that many shades, it does seem quite varied. It does have like maybe 3 or 4 deep shades, which is great. I mean, in comparison to the shade range, it seems a pretty decent ratio. They describe the shades as flexible, designed to suit your skin tone, allowing your real skin to show through. It's supposed to be a buildable medium coverage, which in this whole sentence, it feels like they contradict themselves because they're saying it's supposed to be a sheer glow finish, but then a medium coverage. I don't know. So they say this is supposed to be a long wear tinted glow foundation infused with kombucha, filtrate and marula oil. I think that's how you say that. I'm not quite sure. And it's supposed to supply 24-hour hydration, coverage and a fresh glow. Doesn't that just sound amazing? It's supposed to be seamless and give you a dewy radiance and last all day. They also claim that it's supposed to even out skin tone texture and reduce the appearance of pores and blemishes. I don't quite understand that sentence because skin tone texture isn't a thing. Skin tone and texture are 2 separate things. But anyway, they also say after 24 hours your skin is significantly more moisturized and healthy looking. So they're claiming this is supposed to do good for your skin just after 24 hours. I don't know about that one, Urban Decay. This formula is also vegan, which is great. But yeah, there's a pretty hefty description and the claims are, you know, quite high in all honesty. They claim a few things, you know, that I'm intrigued by. We're going to be putting this baby to the test, see how it wears all day. With all that said, let's get straight into some swatches. Alright, let's do some swatches. So the first one we've got is the Urban Decay Stay Naked Hydromaniac Foundation in the shade 10 Ultra Fair. Then we have the Skin Paradise Tinted Water Cream by L'Oreal in the shade Fair 02. Next to that we have the CC Perfecting Foundation by Revolution Pro, and this is in the shade F.2. Then the Zoeva Authentic Foundation in the shade 10N Aglow. Next to that is the L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear in the shade 15 Porcelain. And then finally is the NARS Soft Matte Complete Foundation in the shade Siberia. Alright, let's try this baby out. I'm really excited for this one. Okay, it's super duper thick, and actually this is quite fair looking. It actually looks kind of neutral. It is very thick. Let's just do the good old shoulder test. Ooh, I do have a bit of redness, but I think blended this will be a really good shade for me. I'm going to be doing my usual, which is using a sponge and a brush to see which application I prefer. And also I've primed the right side of my face today, the Origins Pore Perfecting Primer, which is my go-to primer. Oh no, I just realised my light's not on. We need to change that. 1 second. Let there be light. Woo. Yeah, enough of the crazy rave going on. Let's get into the foundation, shall we? This still looks quite wet on my hand and it's been on there for like over 5 minutes now, so it does not look like it sets down, but let's put it onto my face, shall we? It's super thick. Just gonna pop out a little bit more on my hand. So thick. Alright, so hopefully this will be enough. I feel like I'm looking very dark right now. I may just move my softbox light a little bit so we have a better lighting situation. Is that any better? I feel like it is. Okay, let's blend this out quick. I'm just gonna use the brush on this side. Let's see what kind of coverage we get. Yeah, the consistency is very thick. Obviously it is movable, but it's taken a little bit of work. As far as coverage goes, it's actually a real decent amount of coverage. Like obviously you can see there's a pretty decent amount of coverage to lighten my face so much, but it does blend in with my neck quite well, which is great. It's making my skin look real nice and smoothed almost, and this is the unprimed side. This is a very high medium, almost full coverage. I was not expecting this. Okay, well let's try it out with the sponge, even though I am very happy with the brush side. Take the excess that's on my hand. I have used up everything. Just gonna pump out a little bit more just so we can kind of get a little bit of evenness going on. And let's try this out with a sponge, shall we? Blending out real easy with the sponge as well, but there is a lot less coverage going on, which is typically how it goes with the sponge, you know. Finish wise it looks pretty much the same. I would probably just use a brush with this one. I think I am just gonna go in with the final amount that's on my hand and just kind of build it up a little bit with my brush so I'm all even. Okay, it doesn't quite look like it's building the best. There's a little bit of texture going on. Let me just try and finesse it with the sponge, see if that helps. It looks a little bit better, but there's still a little bit of texture going on by here for some reason. It's just not really like sunk into my skin. Actually, this is the primed side, which would typically mean my skin would look smoother. Oh well. So personally, I just think I'd actually go in with the brush straight away. It is super lightweight, like I can't feel it on my skin at all. It's a thick formula, but it kind of just sinks into your skin and it's very thin on application. And yeah, I've got a super healthy glow to my skin, which looks amazing. It does feel tacky though, so I definitely will have to set this because of my oily ass skin. It's not as tacky as I thought it was gonna be, but there is still a little bit of grip to it. I only really felt like I needed the one layer with the brush for pretty much full coverage or just high coverage. I honestly thought this was going to be like a light medium kind of coverage product, but actually it's covered my skin really well. You can't see any of my freckles coming through really, apart from where I've applied it lightly, like around my eye area here. But yeah, so far I'm really liking it on the brush side. There is a bit of texture on the sponge side that I'm not that fond of. Overall, I'm liking the way my skin's looking. So it's now 22 minutes past 12, so I'll call it 20 past 12 when I finished applying this. Starting a little bit later in the day today, but I do stay up quite late, so we'll still have a long wear test with this foundation. But yeah, I'm gonna actually go get dressed now because I'm in my PJs, and by dressed I mean into comfy clothes. Yeah, I'll see you guys when my makeup is fully complete. Wow, this top really does not go with my makeup at all. 1 second. Alright, I think this is a little bit better, even though it's too big and it keeps riding up. But you know what? It doesn't matter about what I'm wearing. It matters about the foundation. So it has been a little while since I last saw you. I took my sweet ass time doing my makeup, okay? I was just chilling, having fun. And it now is 20 to 4. So it has been quite a few hours. When did I finish up? It was like 20 past 12, I think. So it's been around 3 hours already, but this is what I did with my face. As per usual, all the details will be listed down below. But yeah, so far it's looking pretty good. I'd say I'm getting a little bit oily on my forehead. I did powder this down. I didn't use a setting spray. I actually feel like the shade's a little light, or the undertone is a little bit too cool for me, or maybe it's just maybe it's just the softbox actually, because on my monitor I'm looking a little bit paler than I am in real life. In real life it seems to match a little better, so bear that in mind. The coverage is still really good. It's actually looking a little bit smoother on the unprimed side of my face, which is, I don't know, this is just so weird for me. It's just looking a little bit more textured over here just in general. It's looking really smooth on this side, and that's where I applied it with the brush as well. I don't know, this foundation is perplexing me a little bit. It's completely different to my usual. It's not settling. It looks really nice. Can't feel anything on my face. So far I'm really liking this. Obviously I'm gonna wear this throughout the day and do check-ins. We shall see how it holds up on my oily skin. So yeah, without further ado, I'm gonna go about the rest of my day and I will see you guys in a few more hours. Hey guys, okay, this is gonna be my very final check-in. Phone's on like 1%, but it's now 20 to 1 in the morning, so this has had over 12 hours wear. I am ready to wash my face. Let's see how this held up. So my blush and everything is still there. That's still held up really well. And the actual coverage seems to be there, but I'm kind of missing spots and it's a little bit movable. By the way, please ignore my lips. I've eaten and stuff, so my lipsticks completely come off apart from some lip liner, so it looks a bit nuts at the moment. I'm looking quite a bit oily, but not as oily as I have in the past. It's nothing crazy. Texture wise, I have this weird ass texture where it's kind of separated by my nostril and like just underneath on my upper lip. I'm getting weird texture there recently though, but it almost looks like dry skin. And I don't have dry skin there, so it's looking a little weird. As far as the prime side compared to the non-prime side, I can't really see that much difference with longevity. And actually the non-prime side looks smoother, so that's something to take note. It's clinging on to some sections of skin. It appears to be where I might be getting like a spot or something, because the skin surface is slightly different when you get a blemish, so that's a little bit weird. Obviously I have had this on for almost 12 hours now, so I feel like maybe this is one that would last me maybe like up to 9 hours, and then after that it'll be like a no-go for me. Obviously this is just a first impression, so it's my initial thoughts on the product. I am obviously going to test it out a little bit more and try it more with different primers and other things like that, see if that helps it. But I did really like the coverage. I like the finish on the non-prime side, quite liked it on initial application, and I still kind of like it on this side, especially around my pores, because although it's kind of gathered in places like around my nose, it's completely come off the base of my nose. It still looks really nice on my overall face, like it hasn't sunk into pores or anything like that. It still looks really smooth over here. Obviously my forehead is beaming for days. You'll be able to see my forehead in space because of the oil on it, but I feel like if I was to just powder this down it would keep going and it would look okay. But yeah, I'm interested to keep on trying this one. Let me know, have you guys tried it? If you have, leave it in the comments down below what you thought. I'm now gonna go wash my face because I'm so tired. I hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you are in the world. If you're new to this channel, I upload every Monday and Thursday and I do quite a lot of foundation reviews. I've already got a playlist on my channel. If you're interested, I'll leave it in the eye over here for you to check out. Maybe you can binge watch some of those videos. And if you like that content, don't forget to subscribe. Just hit the red button down below and the little bell button, and that'll notify you when I upload next. Leave a thumbs up on the video if you enjoyed it. That always helps me out. And yeah, I hope I see you on the next one. Till then, bye guys.